Man, we're gonna let East win
Grip the
lead.
finest, bitch, we smoke the finest kush. I be shining, man, I know it's hard not to look. He just pressed it up cause he got his bitch took. He just mad cause he got his bitch took. He just mad cause he got his bitch took. He just
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today? This is Red Pill on the Wind, and we're here for another live stream. Happy Father's Day, everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a fucking illegitimate person who's in jail or a person who just basically just knocks somebody up. For some strange reason, you're still a father. Now, we're right here. I'm right here with my unit. I'm at drill. Basically, so when you go to call my command and you manage to get them to try to convince me to apologize, expect a big fuck you from me. As you can hear from the laughter, it's probably true. Well, who wants to go first? Introduce themselves.
I'll go first.
All right.
I'll go with I'm Thunder. I heard on Red Pill in the Wind. Snow, we got Snow over there. Snow, say what's up. We got Cloudy, saying some meatballs. What's the topic here today, Win?
Well, I was gonna go with the topics on the freaking on the description, but I think y'all came up with some pretty damn good topics yourself, and probably better than mine.
Quinn, let's break the ice with a brief synopsis on red pill, since we got a lot of guys here who don't really understand quite what that is.
A lot of the red pill. It's not about pretty much. It's not about giving up dating or fucking trying to give up women. It's basically focusing on yourself. You can't get nothing without fucking money. You know, if you basically you don't want to be broke. You want to at least try to get you want to try to get some money in your pocket before you try anything big. Basically, it for me, dating's a big decision, especially when you're broke. Me, I'm too broke. I may have money, but I'm broke. Bills get paid. Bills get paid. I'm probably one of the few or many soldiers here that without kids or a girlfriend. Especially the few. I'm one of the few without a girlfriend. So exactly, knowing and understanding the truth. What is the truth? Well, the truth is, if you pick the trash woman, expect trash. Flat out. If you basically talking and spitting game to a woman and you marry her, that's your fault.
Win, let's talk about those fast women out there.
Oh, the fast women.
Sleep with men just for drinks.
Yeah. Some of them won't even sleep with men. Some of them just get the drinks.
They're just looking for a comfy bed to sleep in.
What's the high class, maybe? They worth the money?
What high class? What's your version of high class?
$600.
No, they're not. Not to me. They're worth one night. They're worth an overnight, and I leave her place. You don't bring them to your place. You don't bring them home. You leave them. You either get a hotel or you go to her place.
So you're a fan of the fast women then? Not the ones that you gotta work for and pay for?
I'm not a fan of them, but if they're offering it, I may not say no, but depends on it is a lot of circumstances. Like right now it's been like 4, 5, maybe 6 years. I might think about it.
So paying for fast women is okay.
I don't condone or support it. It is up to the person.
What's your thought on lot lizards?
I like my Johnson attached to my body and not dripping down the side of my leg as an infected pus.
But aren't lot lizards just fast women?
Oh, they're very fast.
Fast and cheap.
Fast, cheap, and they'll drive. And it's like driving a Corvette at top speed with no brakes. You never know. On top of that, you never know what to expect from them. You know.
Great.
It's like, yeah, like driving a Corvette at top gear, top speed but you ain't got no
What's
brakes.
that bottom out at?
What's that bottom out at?
Yeah.
Well, to the bottom of the cliff. To the bottom of the cliff. It bottoms out at the bottom of the cliff. Or whatever object you hit.
So would you classify this woman as straight or super straight?
Which ones?
Fast
The
woman.
fast one. Lawless.
Some of them might be super straight because they may have tried the other time for once or twice. Some of them might be bi because they tried it and they liked it.
So super straight people or people who have tried
They had
the
to have
other
tried it.
side
They
and they don't like it.
they've had to have tried it before and they've been ordered to be super straight.
Played a season on the other team, huh?
Yeah. I mean, there's one that's on YouTube that's claimed to be super straight. You know, I mean, he had a baby. He has a baby mama with 2 kids. Baby mama with 2 kids, and y'all do know who I'm talking about, right?
So
I think we all know who you're talking
So if
about.
someone says that they're super straight, technically you feel like they're homosexual.
They've taken one.
I think they've taken 1 or 2.
Or just make them gay.
Yes.
Not according to that person.
It's an experience.
Experience.
We'll go with that person's probably a homo
More than likely.
or LGBTQ
Alphabet soup.
alphabet soup.
A B C D E F G. Pour the cereal into the bowl.
Without
Maybe.
his consent.
Yeah. As you see, that everybody around me are savage. They'll definitely break. They're definitely just. In fact, some of them are more blunt than me. Yeah, like as I said, baby mama, not ex-wife, not ex-girlfriend, and yeah, let's just carry on another topic, like Apex Alpha.
Explain that to us.
Well, I'll tell you this much: you're not much of an alpha if you're living in your baby mama's parents' house.
I wouldn't consider that very often.
That's a strong beta.
Yeah.
That might even be gamma.
You don't want
That's not good for your health.
I don't know how much of an Apex Alpha you are when
One of
you're.
the baby's mom's parents.
Yeah.
Playing this person on the package.
Wind, whatever you're using to capture what they're saying, try to move in it closer to them.
All right. Hey, it's good to know. Thanks, Yam.
I just got in here. I don't know what's going on, but I can hear them talking, but it's very light.
We got Yam on the net.
I can hear that. I can hear that. Perfect. That's good. Wherever that's at.
Yeah.
Keep it there.
The Yam is out on the net.
Basically, Baron Yam, and this person that I may or may not be talking about, they share a troubled history.
Oh, y'all,
You want to explain that,
yeah.
Yam?
You guys are Team MAGA, man. I take it. It's all right. You don't have to be a closeted, MAGA man supporter. I can take somebody who disagrees with me. Go ahead. Tell me why you like them. Don't be shy.
The whole lives.
I'm team win. Always have been.
That's right.
Yeah.
Team Win. Oh, now everybody's Team Win. See, I heard when they were talking crap about you before Win, but now they're Team Win.
See, the thing is, no, that was
No.
that was one person. That was one person.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. No, I just
And he might even be, and he might even be joking when he says that.
I just think it's fun. I just think it's funny that you, out of all people, have found somebody that actually bugs you enough to where there's this whole feud when if you know Wind, his whole attitude is if he doesn't like you, he basically just doesn't associate with you. But it's funny, on the internet, you can find a person that makes you so angry, so frustrated that she'll act out a character and go against this person. Wind's not really a confrontational type of person unless you are being stupid, in which case he talks, his tone of voice will imply that you're an idiot. But what he will do, what he did with Mega Man is like completely unprecedented. It's like he full on went out, called this guy out because he was just a trouble starter. He wanted to start shit. If you look at his channel, it's all it is just like sound bites and clips from Fox, like Fox News. Like he just did he did 2 segments today, one about the shooting at the outside of the shit other side of the Golden State Warriors game, and then another one about Joe Brandon's daughter's diary, which was talking about some alleged showers and stuff that happened. And you can tell that he wants to say something poignant, but all he does is just bite from these networks. And it's just like, bro, if you had something to say, just say it yourself about that kind of stuff.
No original content, huh?
Right.
Stealing other people's content is what he's doing.
Yeah.
And that ain't right.
Out of context content.
Out of context content. Whew.
Well, like and then if you agree with anything that I say when it comes to those stories, or if you agree with my viewpoint, yeah, I get a little bit of clout from that, and maybe a like or maybe a subscribe or something. But it gets to a point where you want to cover stuff the first time. You want to be the first person to talk about the stuff that you talk about on your channel. If you're just regurgitating other people's talking points, what are you really doing? What are you really doing this for? And the people that let's say I try to say new stuff, I have 10 people who listen to me. This dude who regurgitates information has 200 people following him. So you're getting 10% of what he feels and 90% of what everybody else feels, whereas my channel, you're getting 100% of how I feel. And another problem is that people only listen to the video. People will watch his videos because he bites high production quality networks, which are designed, billions of dollars are put in to get you to stay listening and get you to watch. Like I can't produce the type of color palette that they can on CNN that gets you to keep watching, like I just
how
can't.
does he have the budget to do that?
That's impressive. That's a threat.
Yeah, and that's my whole thing is like, I don't think that Mega Man is like a plant.
He's a dependent. He's claimed on taxes.
We've been saying
Exactly.
that for years.
Exactly. That's a good point. Like he doesn't work for the type of stuff that he brags people are jealous of. Like I don't have much, but what I do have, I can hold and be proud of because I worked for it, I earned it. And that's how a lot of people in the manosphere are. So when you get people who haven't earned a dime for the past since 2011.
Yes.
2011.
Oh yeah.
2011. So it's just like it makes it just all the more. And nowadays, when you disagree with somebody, they can use it openly. They can use that to play the victim. Like, oh, look at this guy attacking me. Like I've gotten my videos have gotten taken down. Wynn's videos have gotten struck. Other people have been hit by content or copyrights.
And he also cost Tico $20,000.
Okay, we're gonna need some backstory on that one.
Oh man. Basically,
$20,000. Yeah, Wynn, you can explain that. I've explained that way too many
times. When I did that long ass live stream,
Sure.
Like it would last for like damn near 24 hours.
It started in my truck.
It started in no. That was when we were activated, and that was called the Friday Night Blaze. So the person in charge of the Friday Night Blaze forgot that thought it was Thursday when it was Friday. So that man took it upon himself to take that logo, slap his logo over it, and a television station or production station called in Costa Rica called Tico and said, "Did you okay this? I didn't okay this," and basically cost him $20,000. Now Tico came from Costa Rica. I'm gonna leave you to speculate on what side of the law he's on. So, so instead of demanding that he pay the $20,000 back or doing anything unreasonable,
This is hold
well,
on. This is hold on. Win. Don't go too fast. This is why this is bad. I work I work I work 40 plus hours a week, 50 plus hours a week. Win's an over the road truck driver. Tico has a whole ass job and he runs a business that makes him so that he has to travel everywhere in the country. Right there, that's the main cast of the Friday Night Blaze. That's what you guys are talking about, right?
yeah,
So we each have our lives. We each do our own thing. It's not a thing. It's not like it wasn't a show to bust each other's balls and to shoot the shit and for hours and hours and have a good time. It evolved to be that because it was mismanaged or it was a lot of the shit that had to go on to make it happen was delegated out to people that it shouldn't have been or that mishandled it. Regardless, imagine that you're all doing your own thing, minding your own business, and then somebody just comes and blindsides you because they think they misinterpret it. Like, think about it like this: like, you're having fun with your boys on the basketball court. You guys don't live in the basketball court. You guys don't hang out the basketball court when you're not playing basketball. But now somebody set up shop on the basketball court on the rim. They tore down the hoops, and now they're turned it into like a little like fort. And they're like, "Yeah, guys, right? Don't you guys love spending time here?"
yeah.
It's a complete, and not only that, it costs money. It's like he destroyed it. He literally took something that was fun, that was meant to be, that was like spontaneous, and tried to turn it into like and basically co-opted it and tried to make it into his own. Make it into his own hangout. It never was supposed to be a hangout. It was supposed to be a place like to get one thing done, and that was supposed to be it. That's what's so egregious about it to me. Because I don't own the rights to it. I'm
So is
just
that
sitting as it from an
gonna be
audience member, being like,
yeah.
in
you
Super
you
Space
screwed up
Jam?
a good thing. We all had good chemistry. We were all flowed really well, and then he came in and
Jack
he
it
just
up.
ruined it. He jacked it
Yeah,
up,
yeah, yeah.
And he got a
That's
bunch of people to get emotional over his sob story, which if you hear it, it doesn't really make sense, right? Like his whole reason for being on YouTube and in live streams, it doesn't make
his whole
sense.
reason. Yeah, his whole reason to be in North Carolina.
Yeah, his whole life, it's like you bring up more it brings up more questions than he can answer. So inevitably, every show, every program, every single platform that he becomes on, he just sucks the air out of because he's such an anomaly, such a weird clusterfuck of bad decisions that you kind of are just enthralled by him. That's what it's hard for people to admit that have been tied to him because he just force choke the life out of their discussions and their hangout spaces is because no matter what, once he touches you, it's like he has the ick. What girls call when you do something that, like when you are waiting for a bath to heat up and you like dip your feet in and wiggle your toes, like that turns women off. Like that's like Mega Man's entire life in a nutshell.
Sounds that way. Yes.
Yeah, it's a big, gigantic.
And
Gap.
other people are like, "Where'd Win and Yam go? Why aren't you guys hanging out on the stream anymore?" Well,
Yeah.
you got a guy with the ick on, and we don't move that way.
Dude is weird. Dude is completely and utterly weird. And
Yeah, add on top of that, whenever he gets mad at you, he just resorts to like the grossest, lewdest insults, like, "Oh, you're going to be taking my lubed up prick, and I'm gonna chain you to my toilet bowl and have you wipe my ass," and it's like all this stuff is like I've sat here for 10 minutes and gone after this man with no type of like lewd or disgusting language. But if you give him just a split second of airtime, he goes right into like frosted baby dicks and like, oh, Megatron taking a dildo or something like that. He will think of the most, like, the kind of stuff you thought of when you were like 10 years old. That's like his That's his like, ooh, this is why being a comedian is so dangerous in this day and age. It's like
Yeah,
toilet bowl humor. You
yeah,
know,
that was pretty bad. And all Tika wanted was an apology. $20,000 for an apology. Yeah, that's it. He's real forgiving. That's for daggone sure.
Sounds like Maggot Man likes homophobic activities. He mentions.
But
maybe
he's
Tom's
super
dick.
straight.
Yeah.
He must have he definitely took the couple straights to the tail end or maybe the
The
face.
front end.
Yeah. He's super straight. He took a couple straights. You know?
that's the first time I ever heard somebody say we want to hear more from Wind. That's funny.
Wow, that's crazy. No,
That's
Norman's
awesome.
usually
Be
sound
careful
like
what you wish. Be careful what you wish for. That's all I'm gonna say.
We hear a lot from Win.
yeah.
Maybe he has a fascination with you. Maybe one day he would enjoy Wind instead of bashing him.
He's
Yeah.
just in denial. I think that's
Yeah.
what that is. He's in denial.
He's come up with the whole super straight thing because he's really still 100% gay.
Yeah. I mean, it is
Maybe-
2022.
Hey, Maggot Man, if you're listening, maybe you should just come out to us all and let us know that
Get off the chest.
you're a homo and we'll accept you.
Yeah, we accept it.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I said this last year, the same month. I said, Mega Man, Pride Month is only 30 days out of the year. Take your opportunities when you can get them, or else you're going to be waiting 360.
Now is your time to shine.
Yeah, like I said, show that flag. Show that flag, man. Show that flag. Just wave it high up in the air. They even got a song for you, you know? They even got a song for you. But
I got a song.
yeah, they got a song. You know, he could sing and play that song when he's coming out the closet.
What, YMCA?
No, the other one, the I'm coming out one. The old school song.
Maybe we should get Maggot Man a lot lizard. That'll test the theory if he's super straight or just regular straight.
That's a valid point.
One thing he does, he goes into like live, because since he got kicked out from our group, he's been trying to find grift on other groups. So he found this one. Okay, fine, Brandon, go. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. There you go. Thank you, Brandon Gowler. Okay. If you guys can't tell, that was somebody chatted and said that they wanted me to sing it. But he said he found this whole entire group, new group. One of these panelist members, one of the like live streamers, is a black woman, and he has a habit. He like developed a habit of saying "girl" after every sentence. Like, so when he gets in, he's never did this with anybody that we've ever, since we known him, since anybody who back in the, I don't know if you told him about the Star Wars costuming group and all that shit, but like there's been he treated us the way he's treated everybody, and so now he's in the new group. So this black woman, he's always like, "Hey girl, give me a like, oh yeah, thanks for letting me on your stream, girl. I really appreciate it." I mean, come on, that's a red flag. That's a huge red flag.
A black woman, a black woman, yeah. Do you remember what he did to the last black woman?
This can go really.
Yeah, he basically like insulted her on stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Yep,
only
there you go, Brandon.
He's also a racist. Possibly.
That's crazy.
That's wild. This guy's wild.
Yeah, what's Mega Man's opinion on people of color?
I'm still confused.
That's not a good laugh.
I'm still
Maybe
confused.
there ain't no coming back around.
He hasn't spoken publicly on that. Still,
He's trying to.
He always trying to distance himself. Basically, to answer your question, he is always focused on people of color, because either his main audience, he's pandering to them, or to a new audience, he's trying to come off as not racist. So, but
Pretty.
the core of his content is like kind of like Proud Boy, like Rebel Media stuff. Just like, oh, look at what this idiot basketball player did, and like so it's not it's not direct, but you're like, okay, what is that basketball player and that rapper and that person who robbed that liquor store? What do they all have in common, Maga Man? Like, what are you trying to say exactly? Because he doesn't really branch out.
For those of us who don't know, can you give us a rundown on the demographic of audience that Maga Man's looking to spread his word to?
From what I can assume, that's funny. He said word. From what I can gather, it's the people in his community and like in his community. He's been getting really into grilling and like group cookouts and stuff like that. So I just that's all I assume. But all
Wasn't
he
he in
shows
the
on his channel,
Lost Pagan community as well, or trying to be a part of it?
he will drop like he drops these videos that are completely unfocused, completely tangents. Like he did this one about Freddy Krueger outfits. So he called his whole audience Fred heads, which implies he thinks everybody that follows him is into Freddy Krueger.
Most of his
And then
followers are trolls.
yeah, conversely, you also have his intro, which is either clown music or rated E for everyone, like rock music, which is catered to children. He's mentioned that he wants to get access to more
family friendly,
younger, family friendly, algorithms and stuff. So in one sense, he's trying to be Fox News, and in other ones, he's trying to be TNT, and in the other sense, he's trying to be like Noggin or Nickelodeon or Disney Channel.
It's always me. I'm a victim.
Yeah, that's and like I said, yeah, like he said, it's always me.
Yeah,
and
I encourage everyone though to go and find out. Like, it'd be a waste. Like a lot of people are like, oh, don't waste your time on it. It's a waste. It is a waste. But if you're at all curious, like, don't take my word for it. Go check it out yourself, because then I don't have to spoon feed you what I think it is, because or if you don't like my bluntness, obviously you can go check out the shit for yourself,
I tried to
but
comment on the Maga Man video. He won't let you.
right.
yeah, I tried to. That's the thing is, like, the reason why I'm so vocal about it is because this is the kind of stuff I would be saying to him. So I'm not being like this. I'm not being this way. Just be like, oh yeah, screw Mega Man. It's like I literally like every video that he makes, because that's the only way you can interact with his material. He doesn't allow for anything else. And if you try to drop a message to him, like esoterically or even directly, he considers it an attack, and he might try to get your channel deleted. So for people who like, or like, oh, Yam's just going off, he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's like, okay, well, maybe try having your videos struck down, and then maybe try being, or just try be something that once cared about him. Because a lot of people that are hating on people who talk about Mega Man, they don't care about Mega Man. They never have, at least. It's like the reason why people are so upset is because they try to tell a guy something and it doesn't go well. It goes over his head, and he literally stabs you in the back for it. A person that wouldn't react to that, I think, is weak or too forgiving, or you need to get out of the house more or something like that.
Go touch grass.
Yeah, like really just root yourself, because you're being taken advantage of by somebody who doesn't know any better. So it's worth it to have people around who will like actually be honest and upfront.
And don't
I could just, I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm rambling, but yeah, like essentially what he does is, if you have a thing that you like what Win said, if you have a thing that you invest time and money in, don't let Mega Man around it. That's all I'll say, because he'll ruin it. Completely. He'll make it he'll either take the fun out of it, or he'll waste your money, or he'll waste your time.
On a Gina Carano doll.
Yeah, I can't even buy toys anymore. I can't listen. I can't watch Transformers anymore. I just can't do stuff that I used to like because this dude Mega Man screwed it all up. Can't talk to certain people anymore because of the divide. You know, I said it jokingly before when I first came in, but it really is like that here in this space on YouTube, because there's a lot of people that think that people who are honest about Mega Man are starting drama or trying to change the narrative or whatever. The narrative is what it is. All right. He's no longer talks to anybody he used to stream with consistently. So that pretty much speaks for itself.
And there are plenty of videos on plenty of streams on other people's channels of him being on that channel.
Yeah, he said he's called somebody a gook. He's called somebody a heeb kike mofo. He's called somebody he hasn't said the N-word yet, which is what everybody was like had the popcorn out for during that one of the streams where he was like he was getting so upset.
Last Juneteenth. It was the last Juneteenth, right? The
last Juneteenth. He almost this one woman was talking about, it was like a couple of things that triggered him. Like she said something about Abraham Lincoln, then she said she didn't want kids, and then she said something. She probably said something about like, wait, what does she usually talk about? Yeah, like anime or the fact, and it just like the combination of all those things like pushed him over the edge. Right. Which I just like to reflect and reminisce on, since we can't have the real Mega Man in person. He won't show his face on anybody that actually knows him.
Right.
It's like, I just think this is fun. This is just entertainment for me. I'm not doing it to ruin this man's reputation, because he does that first. You know, he does it first, and then I feel like a stan. I feel like a huge Mega Man stan.
So,
you know,
like we all know who he actually is, like his real name.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a common trope in the Mega Man's trolls, that we all know things about him, but it's only because he puts up like whenever he gets nervous that he's about to be outed, he brings all of the paperwork and the verification that proves all the stuff about him that people try to put out, and he puts it all up there. So you see everything. You see his medical diagnoses, his name, his full name, address. Like I don't think he's shown his address, but like he does vlogs and stuff, vlog type.
I mean, let's just say Google Maps, you're able to triangulate it. Google Maps, you're able to triangulate it.
We can send him all the dildos he wants.
Right, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, he does want attention, but he also tries to avoid avoid showing himself, which is like it's a rough place to keep your head at. You know, it's like if you want the attention, but you're afraid of being honest and transparent, which is why I mean, I'll stay on the topic is like, just like make up your mind, you know, is it that you want to be the center of attention, or do you want to be, you know, do you want to just be like upfront about who you are? And until I have that conversation with Mega Man, I'm gonna keep making content, because it seems like the only appropriate thing to do, since I can't talk to him directly. That was kind of a weird way to end that. I don't mean to like say that Mega Man has to do anything like make a dramatic change or something like that. He's perfectly fine the way he is. It's just like what Win says sometimes. He just doesn't think, and he'll post content that's like wild, just the wildest stuff, and it doesn't really make him look bad necessarily, but the way he doubles down and defends it consistently is just really cringe, because like, you know. And then anything that happens in his life, that's bad, he blames on trolls. Not even me. I'm bad at it. I'm bad, but people from before me, people who have known him for longer, he's still fixated on those people. So it's like I'm just adding on to the dog pile at this point, because it's already been going on for years. People who are involved in this have forgotten more about Mega Man than know consciously have in my mind right now that I could talk about, and I could talk for hours about it. So you know that there's people out there that are more pissed about Adam, that have more dirt on them, and they're not speaking out. So put those people on trial.
AM, I have a question. I know you weren't born, and I know you didn't grow up in the '90s. You grew up in a technological age, and this question for everybody. In the '90s, when Craigslist was still popping with the whole escort thing, explain to me how you would set up an ad on Craigslist. Casual encounters, right? And you would need your email address, right? You make a fake email, right? You don't use your real email. And tell me then, how in the world does you don't give your password out to anybody, right? And that's the password you know, right? So when you claim that somebody hacked your email, but I'm pretty sure, almost certain you have the same email address, which quote unquote sparked a rift between the baby mama, dear old baby mama, because a freaking napkin wedding ring doesn't suffice as an engagement ring. Hell, you'd be better off with a ring pop.
Basically, here's how it goes. YouTube, you can't talk about anything that you guys can talk about in your company, in polite company, you can't say on YouTube. So meanwhile, all of us content creators, we have to try to figure out something to talk about that's not going to get us flagged for medical misinformation or hate speech, primarily those two. The sad thing about it is that men like Maga Man and like me and like Wind and like you guys, we are fair game. Anybody from any walk of life, a midget trans, a gay underage bartender, that anybody can shit on a man and it's totally justified. That's the way that it is on YouTube. That's the way that it is in society. That's the way that it is in real life and on social media. So until that changes, we're basically stuck doing whatever it is that we're doing and trying to make it so that we don't get flagged. Now people have their own lane that they want to stay in. They think that, going after Mega Man is like too much. It's just too much, too fast. We keep on talking about it. It's just like there's not enough content about Mega Man to really cluster together to make it seem like they're saying that about people who talk about Mega Man, but they're not saying that about people who talk about women, for example, which makes up 99%, like 90% of the content that's made by men is like about women. And then like the other 10% is like informative, factual things about tutorial, how to screw a cartridge into a thing or change oil out of something. But that's why I think people are upset when you go after somebody like Mega Man. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Should he be left alone? Is it better for him to just have nobody really watching what he's doing, being, closeted gay, all these different things, being interested in getting access to the ears of your kids? I don't know. It seems kind of branded to me.
From the baby mama that you may or may not have.
History of violence. Let's just put it at that. But yeah, what are your thoughts? What do you guys think?
Well,
I feel like there's only two endings to it. Either he gets tired of everybody talking shit on him, which I doubt he will, because I bet he loves the attention. Sounds like he would. And maybe he puts out an apology and he becomes the bigger man, or you guys become the bigger man. You stop talking about him. He loses that attention, probably loses a lot of popularity, and maybe he just goes away entirely then.
Well, he did go away for a couple weeks, a couple times.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like you're always gonna have to bring up something from the past in order to figure out where to go next. For me, a lot of some of my channel is about kind of fielding questions from the outside world. Part of it has to be part of it is like dealing with the manosphere, and Mega Man for a time was a person who was in it. So it's like, if you're going to participate in something but you don't want anything mentioned about you, you kind of trying to get the best of both worlds. You kind of are hoping that people out there are gonna love you unconditionally, and that kind of bubble has to be bursted in order for anyone to grow.
You want
I
to
mean,
eat the ice cream without getting the brain freeze.
yeah, it's like, I'm well aware. I'm gonna make enemies by having a position, but at least people misunderstand me for being hateful of Mega Man, then the alternative where we just sit around and act like everything's okay, nobody mentions anything, and then nothing there's no progress.
Yeah.
So
But moving on. This is Father's Day, right? We're having a pretty good stream here. Just 40 minutes. We had more people than I've ever had in any of my streams. But let's check on who came in. We got Corey Steele, we got D-Man, Mr. Forma, JR, One Fast Dak, Infamous Rifle, Trent, Tico Trent. Wait, you got the keys to the freaking house. Come on in. We got Brandon Gogler. We got Dylan Sam, Patrick Hayden,
yeah,
Shinobi One.
I've heard sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I've heard people like past deck. I've heard people say that like they just don't want to keep up with anything that has to do with like Mega Man or anybody who ends up develop, because when you do something as controversial, people are going to talk about it. Like, I've heard people say they don't want to participate. I'm not going to force anybody to participate, like, you cut me off at any moment. Like, you can mute me if I'm going
Yeah,
if I'm going too far with Mega Man, you don't have to listen to it, but
hey, look, Yam is like we like see it's a lot of places it needed to be said, Like I said, I know I let you come on the channel and let you vent, In fact, midnight, I sometimes might get a call when I'm sleeping, so my ears
yeah,
always been open.
I don't know too many people who mix who like broadcast on multiple channels. So maybe it's just something that's unique to me, is that people on my channel are fine with me talking, but maybe when they tune in to Win, they're like, who's this dude, this alien avatar guy just ranting? I'm Yam. Hello.
You come in peace.
I come in peace. Yeah, take me to your leader.
Well, are you sure you want that one?
I miss the old videos of Win making egg salad sandwiches in the rig.
But I will graciously bow out of this. This is yours to take home, and I'm gonna go. Take care, everybody. Hope you're keeping well. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Win's friends, who are listening to me rant. Appreciate y'all.
No problem. So I guess we get back to some topics. Yeah, I mean, you can stay if you want to talk about the topic or not.
Let's talk about those pickup artists there, man.
Those pickup artists. Well, let's see. When you have a crappy analogy like bowl and cereal, there's a problem. You need better analogies. You try to say that talking to women is like pouring a bowl of cereal. What type of woman are you dealing with?
Who says talking to women is like pouring a bowl of cereal?
It's like pouring a bowl of cereal.
Who says that?
Explain that more.
Yeah.
This channel, which is a bunch of people that collab, said it was a couple streams ago saying that talking to women is like pouring a bowl of cereal. And I'd like to know what type of woman he's dealing with, because if you have seen my latest troll video, I'm pouring a bowl of cereal. I'm talking to a bowl of cereal. So either they're talking to some really easy women, really easy, fast women, or they're talking to some corpses. Maybe a vegetable, maybe some Terry Schiavo lady.
I was gonna say that analogy doesn't make much sense.
Exactly. It makes about as much sense as don't chase them, but cold approach. That basically says, "Oh, I'm gonna stop running after this rabbit, and I'm going to walk over and snatch it. By the time you get halfway there, it's gonna dart away." It's like these pickup artists are way different than the last ones. They have less substance, less creativity, and it seems that means that they have less intelligence. Because the last pickup artist who I basically what's the polite, how would I say this, introduced myself to, he at least had some sort of substance. But these ones kind of coming out, they want you to pay $5,000 for a boot camp. Come on, $5,000 for a boot camp. Look, you can get paid to go to boot camp. Yeah, but I do believe this stream's going on long enough. You think? I'm gonna shut it down right here. I'm gonna leave y'all to speculate what this is. But in the meanwhile,
With the finest bitch, we smoke the finest kush. I be shining, man, I know it's hard not to look. He just pressed it up cause he got his bitch took. He just mad cause he got his bitch took. He just mad cause he got his bitch took.
that video right there is for two people. One of them I came on the stream on, going blunt honesty, just being blunt honesty, and promptly got kicked because his chick was getting real interested in me because I was being blunt and honest, and I probably could have caught them digits and caught a plane to London. And the other one, well, y'all know, this is Red Pill in the Wind. If you're gonna do something, try not to get caught. And if you get caught, just keep digging. At least you can make for a spectacle. Signing off.